Jazakumullahu khairan, Brother Nihad. I think a common theme that both our speakers were talking about today is it's on us, to fight for ourselves because no one else is going to fight for us. And we're kind of short on time, but I think we have time for one more question, or just one question, which is, am I considered selfish when I'm a young professional trying to establish my life now in a place that may not have much Muslim presence and not having the time or energy for much civil involvement outside the above? Do you recommend any changes? Am I doing a disfavor to the justice endeavor? Do you recommend any changes, and am I doing any disfavor to a justice endeavor?
As Muslims, we just have to be balanced. We cannot live in isolation. You have to succeed in your professional career. You have to make good living, inshallah, and this is Islamic, it's legitimate. But also we have to care about the environment we live in and the future we would like to have for ourselves and our future. We have to care about the relationships. We have to care about justice issues. So we cannot be selfish in that sense. And this is the essence of being a Muslim, to witness, and live what we believe in as Muslims. We cannot live in isolation. We cannot be idealistic either. We just have to be practical. I'm not asking people to give up everything in order to achieve something. We have to strike a balance between dunya and akhirah, between being silent and taking the necessary measure and stands. And if we cannot make it in this environment, in this country, where we are entitled to due process, equal protection, to free speech, we are protected to practice our faith. We are protected and encouraged to be who we are, live our life, live our faith, and show the proof in how we deal and how we succeed and how we stand and how we take positions in life. If we do not succeed here, I don't know where else we can succeed. So striking a balance is the true proof for who we are as Muslims. So I believe that if Muslims cannot stand up for justice for themselves and other people, people will really question who we are, and they will question our faith. And you do not have to go to the extreme. Either I am extremely vocal, extremely active, extremely involved, or I am totally absent and I don't exist. The balance is be yourself, fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, follow your conscience, do your best, speak the truth, be generous, help others succeed, and help them if you want them to help you. As simple as that.
If I can just add to what Brother Nihad just said. Now the issue is, what if they change the laws, the culture of this country, and impact your rights? There is an attempt to hijack a country. That's what we're living now. This extreme right-wing movement is coming with one intention: to change the composition of the United States, the way we live. And we've seen it in Charlottesville. These were mostly white who were protesting against bigotry. The woman who was killed is white. Just because she had a different opinion, her killing was justified in the eyes of many. And we had a president who wasn't at the forefront condemning the crime. So if things can change to quote unquote the majority, imagine how things might be for us. I would say, as my brother Nihad said, if you can't do it yourself, you can support someone else to do it. And you can always engage or can try to support other movements that are working towards the same goal. Our goal is justice and equality in this country. Now, it doesn't have to be a Muslim or non-Muslims. That's not the issue. The issue is, as my brother has said, many of us were very subjective. They did not want to cast a vote because they projected failure. That doesn't make any sense. Had any prophet projected failure and act upon it, nothing would have changed. But our problem, many people just decide that it's impossible, we cannot do it. The odds are stacked against us, and we choose to be passive. When you are passive, you are going to be responsible. When you do your best, then you have exonerated yourself from responsibility, and at the same time, you are creating a momentum. We don't have to win today. Hopefully, we will. But you don't have to win today. But for you to build this momentum and for us to build this momentum is what is needed. But for us to project failure and to say, you know, we have nothing to do with it, and I will tell you, I hear it from many people, you know. Many people said, oh, I voted for Trump. I voted for Trump. Not because they believe in him, they voted for Trump because they said maybe this is a good thing. But what are the consequences? We are living it. You know, even those who voted for him, who are, again, I don't like to say Muslims, non-Muslims, now they are seeing where the country is going. So either we take the first flight from this country or we fight for our rights here. But it doesn't work that we want to have it both ways. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. We have to believe in our citizenship. If you don't believe in it, that's a big problem. That's a big problem.
So I think that will wrap up our session here. Thank you to both our speakers. Thank you to everyone who came out.